Hello everyone, it's Nen from Insightful Vibrations. Thank you for tuning into the channel, thank you for subscribing, and I hope you will like and share these videos. Please remember that we start off with astrology for the week of June 19th to 25th, 2017, and then for the same week we will look at the Lenormand Gilded Reverie deck card readings for each sign. Now remember, if you know your sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign, you can watch all three videos for a more comprehensive picture. This week I thought I'd start off with the Whispers of Lord Ganesha deck. I'm absolutely enthralled with this deck, and it is so vividly illustrated and beautiful, and just brings such wonderful messages. So for this week, for everyone, we can say that we have a lot of blessings, healing, surrender, and insight. And in fact, what's amazing is that the astrology matches exactly that. We know that, I mentioned last week, that Neptune is retrograde right through to the third week of November. And that gives us, an opportunity to make dreams come true, because Neptune, is all about dreams and also illusions, and also sometimes trickery and deception. But at the same time, you can make of it what you will. And it's your own willpower that will use these energies of Neptune wisely. And when it's retrograde, it'll actually lessen the illusion and deception and make dreams more realistic, or you'll focus on more realistic things. So I feel that it's a wonderful energy. But it also, as usual, deepens the third eye capacity, the capacity for insight and intuition. And this is a wonderful, wonderful thing, because those of you who are studying anything from astrology to, magic, to energy healing, to, reading cards or runes or anything else, will really find that your channels are just opening up even that much more intensely during this Neptune retrograde period, and you're able to tap into some very high wisdom. So I feel that this is a very, very positive period. But also remember that we also have a Pluto retrograde until the third week of September. And, the thing with that is, as I mentioned in my Holistic Astrology column on Facebook, that, Pluto retrograde is going to dredge up those things that just no longer serve you and make you dispense with them. Things that are just not worth fighting for will just leave your sphere. And this, for some of you, includes relationships that don't work. So we really have an opportunity here to make dreams come true in more than one way. Let go of what's not serving your highest good, and start to focus on new doors opening, because when one door closes, another one opens. We already know that to be true. And you have to make room in your life for these things. So if you clutter your life with things that aren't serving your highest good, then there's really no fresh energy room at all. Now, as far as the actual main aspects, June 20th has a couple of interesting aspects. First of all, Venus is sextiling Neptune, and that's a beautiful romantic energy. So those of you who want to have a date on Tuesday night, I think that's a really good thing to do. Also, maybe doing something outdoors would be good, because Venus, of course, rules Taurus, and Taurus loves nature and is a very grounded sign. When Neptune loves, water, so something out by the lake would be nice, and also blue skies. So those are, some nice hints for you to make it even more romantic and really healing in another way. Now, also on the 20th, that's Tuesday, we have Mercury sextiling Uranus, and Uranus is the planet of eccentricity, surprise, technology, innovation, way out there thinking, inventions, etc. And when Mercury is forming this positive angle with Uranus, it is telling you, look, do mercurial things that that will give you innovation or innovative approaches to things. Mercury is all about learning, studying, writing, communicating. Itself, Mercury itself is about technology and things like that. So I do feel that those of you who want to create something under this energy on June 20th, you really have a wonderful time. And on June 21st, we have Mercury conjunction the Sun. And basically what happens here is that you will be communicating a lot and there's going to be a lot of information being exchanged. So again, it's just a glorious day for those of you who are out there doing sales, or making a pitch for your thesis, or whatever it is you're doing. This is just a brilliant energy for you. On the 23rd of June, we have the new moon in Cancer, and this is a beautiful new moon energy, because Cancer is that sign that's good for both home and family, but also for prosperity. And I feel that those of you who wish to start new endeavors on the eve of the new moon can certainly do that. Any new money-making adventures, any new homing instinct sort of things, such as moving in together as a couple, renovating your home, doing anything like that would be very, very nice for you. And of course, it depends on where you are experiencing the constellation of Cancer in your own chart right now, as to just exactly how this will manifest itself. But it's a beautiful, romantic, gentle, and prosperous energy. And then on June 24th, we have Venus trine Pluto. And this is really wonderful, because Venus is cooperating with Pluto, where Pluto's usually sort of dredges up things we don't want to deal with. Right now, Venus is cooperating with Pluto, and Pluto with Venus. So I feel that this could be a very romantic, if not very passionately romantic configuration. So we're dredging up a lot of emotion, a lot of passion here. So that's a little note for those of you who wish to have a date night. And then finally on Sunday, June the 25th, we look at Mars squaring Jupiter. And this is just a brilliant, brilliant energy, because for those of you who want to initiate something, who want to have, a chance at success, I feel that this is really a lively, innovative, energetic energy that can do just that, lead you to success. So use that energy wisely, put some ideas into motion, and let's go forward with a fantastic week. So that summarizes it. I'm going to focus on the zodiac signs separately now. Please remember to watch your sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign or ascendant videos, because you will get a more comprehensive picture of the energies ahead. And of course, the reason you're listening to these readings is so you can navigate all these energies much more easily than you would if you hadn't. So have yourself a wonderful week. Here we go with the individual forecast. Libra, your week for June 19th to 25th, 2017 is very dynamic with a lot of activity. And let's go through the cards first with the snake, the letter, the cross, the mice, the book, the child, and your general card, the birds. Now the birds bring news, and this could be news that may be a little bit upsetting for you, because we have the snake and the mouse there. But there also is good news, and I'll get to that in a minute. So let's deal with the negative stuff first. Potentially some of you may get a bad diagnosis. Some of you may hear of someone with a bad diagnosis, or some of you may just be experiencing a little bit of ailments, generally speaking with the digestive tract, or even something to do with the arteries. So I do feel that some of you will be experiencing this, and of course not all of you will, because Libra, this is a general reading, and you should also watch your sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign videos together to see how this may apply to you in totality. But overall, I feel that this news may be a little worth investigating, because I think a second opinion would be worthy. We have Neptune retrograde, and this may mean that there may be an issue with the lymphatic system. It could mean that also there's a misdiagnosis, so it's always worth checking into things a little bit further, and watch your diet. A lot of things can be helped through dietary means. So if you're eating a lot of junk food, a lot of fast food, fried food, that kind of thing, it's okay now and then. Nothing will kill you if you do it now and then. But if that's the predominant way that you feed yourself and nurture yourself, I feel that you may be unpleasantly surprised this week with some kind of issue like this. And I do feel as well that, you know, you're going to have to do some research with the book there. You're going to have to find new ways of dealing with digestive issues, even if you don't have a diagnosis, but you know, you may be trying to lose weight, or you may, you know from previous experiences that you have poor circulation. You may look to dietary reasons. So, you know, do a search, whether it's on the internet or going to the library, or, you know, even visiting a naturopath, or a nutritionist, a dietitian. Any one of those people can be of, you know, seminal importance in revealing what kinds of things, you know, are happening. An iridologist might be helpful for some clues as well. And, you know, we have the letter here. So the letter has a feather with it, and I feel that this is also good news. And that's the other part of what the birds are talking about. Things that you may have heard about around the mill, around the water fountain, around the water cooler, wherever you may be. This may actually manifest into some, you know, truth to the gossip. And what it may be to do predominantly is something to do with a new contract of some kind. So either a new business contract, it could be a new work contract, which means essentially that an old situation is about to end, but there is really good new prospects for going forward, especially with the child card. The child card is all about optimism, creativity, art, sports, design, innovation. Look at the stars above the child's head. It's so beautiful to look at this card. It's like a fantasy world, and with Neptune retrograde right now, you can make dreams into reality. So with that cross is a transformational new beginning. And I really think that any of you at this point, Libra, who are partnering, as we see in the birds, partnerships, this is really in alignment with Jupiter still being in your sign until the 10th of October this year. And, you know, partnerships of any kind are really, really going to excel for all signs, but especially for you, Libra. And with this set of cards here, I can say that if you focus on something new, and it's with a partnership, and it's something innovative and creative, you are going to excel. So make this a week where you can really put some concrete you know, dreams into action. And with the new moon midweek, this is a great time to do it, especially if your work is to do with homes and families, that kind of thing. So anything architecture, real estate, design, home building, you know, anything to do with the home, renovations, that kind of thing. I feel that the vibrations are absolutely superb for you, and you should have nothing but success. And I feel that you'll be really, really happy. So apart from some of this, that some of you may experience some of these unpleasant things, I do feel there's a lot of positivity to the week. And also with the child, we have this beautiful, you know, playfulness. And I do feel that with the birds, we also have romance coming in. Though some of you may be experiencing the effects of Pluto retrograde, which lasts until September, third week of September. And basically with that, relationships that aren't worth keeping are just going to dissolve. And maybe this is a week where some of you Librans may be coming to terms with something like that as well. But focus on the positive, and put anything you don't want into that parallel universe and let it float alongside you, because that's how you're going to keep your attitude positive. So have a great week, Libra. Take care.